Carnival is celebrated on the week of Ash Wednesday, the beginning of Lent. I must emphasize that, even despite the Christian calendar and European costumes, the ritual purposes in Cruz Blanca come from indigenous spirituality. Natives among the isolated regions of Latin America often continued following pre-Columbian beliefs and rites by adapting Christian customs to support them. The village of Cruz Blanca belongs to the Huasteca, a subtropical lowland rich with forested hills west of the Gulf of Mexico. In the Huasteca region, carnival dancers, usually costumed as women and devils, are collectively called mecos, shortened from chichimeco, a general term for North Mexico's nomadic tribes. Even though the mecos dance about as rowdy, indulgent characters, in these guises they embody the spirits converging upon the holiday, whose powers act through the masked dancers. And this is fundamental to indigenous custom from North to South America. It is because the masked dancer personifies spirits and powers that they can act on their behalf. These powers are also beneficial. Native beliefs about illness include aspects of energy balance, and the masked mecos dancers are empowered to use herbal bundles to literally wipe away excess negative energies from the attendees to keep their health. The dancers bear plants to heal the villagers, and they bring coins to promote prosperity. You may remember from part 2 of this carnival playlist that I introduced the costume devils that were going around Cruz Blanca since the beginning of the week, shaking up these large metal vats with pesos that they were giving away to the participants, the attendees to the various carnival activities around the village. And I kept the pesos that the costume devils had given to me as a memento and also as a ritual souvenir from my participation in the carnival traditions. This hollowed gourd shell, a tecomate, was purchased in Ixhuatlan de Madero, and so I thought it was a nice way of collecting and holding these pesos that I keep at my northern altar. I chose the northern altar to hold these pesos because the north for the Aztecs was associated with the underworld, and so it was a nice way to recall the associations among the devils, the underworld, and the wealth that they bring from the bowels of the earth. Friday the 16th was my last day in Cruz Blanca before my return to Mexico City. That evening, the local shaman, Don Cecilio, invited me to attend his rituals. He had set up a row of wooden masks representing the carnival spirits, to which he would deliver otomi prayers and comestible offerings. Among the offerings made by sevens were candles, breads, cups, and meats. The carnival season was a time for humans and spirits alike to partake of Cruz Blanca's heaviest, most succulent foods. Don Cecilio invited me to some for myself. I ate fried chicharron pork rinds and grilled gorditas stuffed with black bean. I didn't expect to have a breakdown during this visit until I saw Don Cecilio's devotion to his own carnival masks. The offerings of meat, grain, drink, light, incense, and tobacco were part of a vast, ancient tradition. I was witnessing true native ritual, and I wept with joy. I then remembered the old shaman Juanito from my first travels among these villages. I, too, received my cleansing rites, and I stepped through the marigold ring 7 by 7. I also lit a votive candle before Don Cecilio's altar to request permission from the nature spirits to travel among the mountains. I had a long trek tomorrow morning, so I was starting my precautions. Once I settled into Mexico City, I visited the Aztec Great Temple, another video that I link here. My energies are strong. I have received the mark. I am ready to resume the work. Now that Carnival comes to a close, I conclude this playlist with today's mask.